this.
Oh, so we
And
we,
then I'll
we have to
trim
be
it.
serious from now on.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I just wanted everybody to be aware that they were being recorded. I don't want anybody to come back and be
I
like,
got you. Got you.
excuse me? This is 2022 where everything is monitored. I'm trying to upload Little Sticky into Mixamo right now.
That's going to be a tough one because I think you still have your material on. It won't work.
It came in with some weird material that is super emissive.
Exactly. It doesn't. It's not a problem because if you get it in and then take it out and go back to the blender,
Oh,
it
right, right,
just looks
right.
like the way you saved it in Blender.
Are they all
It's just
animated or where's the poses at?
no, you just type in pose in the search area and then you get
Okay.
the poses. Yeah, or like idle. You can also
Oh,
use
okay.
idle position.
You know what? I'm going to have her do the T pose. I'm just kidding. Oh, I love
Did,
this one.
did
I had her do
you
the
got
female standing pose and her ass hangs out. Okay.
did you got the last thing fixed that we were talking about the jacket that was not in T pose and you had to
No, I didn't.
change the
I didn't start that
okay.
even. I don't think I even. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a drink and I'm back in a minute and then let's see who's here and let's start.
That sounds great. Oh, let me get some of that pizza, Hales.
Indian baby.
Nice.
Yo, Hale, what's up, man?
Yo, what up, Hook?
Have a good
How
one,
you?
bro. Having lunch?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy.
Really, Doge?
Thank you.
Really?
Oh, Dodge, for real? We just said no VR today, but the first thing what he
That's
does,
why
he
my
just
camera's off.
uh,
Y'all can't expect me not to when you drop a file. Come on, don't do me
uh,
like this.
too good. You know what? I can just give you the car separated from the rest if you wish.
I already have it separated.
Oh, I knew it.
This
I
Well,
is
have
me.
welcome, everyone.
I have more stuff if you want.
What file
I
did we
love it.
drop?
This is epic.
Oh, there's a file in the chat in this room. That's the
Yeah.
one. So what we're gonna do today is Captain Hook's gonna guide us through Blender, and he's prepared like a scene for us to teach us how to bring in avatars or other 3D objects and like place it in the scene and how to render it. Woo!
Epic.
I think I did that right. So
Let's
I'm gonna hand it
go.
over to him.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's more or less what we are going to do. It depends on who will join and how far you are with your experience, how easy it will be. But after all, we are here to learn. So everything that is not clear, ask. And if we have to do it twice or three times, it's all okay. The most important thing is that we will learn something, and at the end of the workshop, we will end up with having a picture like this. I'm going to share my screen with you quick. So let's see. So this will be the result. We will create a scene with this Mercedes, and I will explain you something about lights, and I will explain you something about posing your character like this, or either like this, or in any other position. So what you need is you need the file, and you can either use my voice or you can upload your own character, and I can explain you how to do the pose, get the pose into Blender Manual, or do it by Mixamo.
Woo!
Okay. So if you want the file, it's inside of this chat in the a demarcation room, and the name is training scene blender. And you got to pick the one at 2057. And for you, the time going to be different, but the minutes will be 57, the second one. So let me know when you're ready, when it's open, and then we will get started.
Is anybody following along today and opening the file?
Yes.
Yep. I'm all ready to go.
Dope.
Okay. So the file looks something similar like this. I suggest you to keep it in this viewport. Don't press the last one, because if your system is not like, how do you say it, Georgie? Professional, high spec, it's going to get stuck. So avoid pressing this button here. You can use this one or either the second one. Okay, so we're going quick through the scene collection. So in this collection, we have 3 folders. It's the collection itself, which has the camera and some hidden lights that we will use in a later moment. We have the bands. That is basically everything from the car in here. It's 37 meshes completed in one. And then we have the armature from both voids. That are the bones. That is the part that makes it able to move like this and be in the pose. And then we have the floor and the wall. We won't be using this. It is what it is. It's already good. Okay, so I am not familiar with your skills in Blender, so I will do like a 2 to 3 minute explanation of what we are doing and seeing here. So at the moment in the collection, the lights are off. You don't see them. So this is for the visible in the viewport. This is the viewport, the current view, and this is the final render. So if you press this, the light is hidden now, but if you render, it will show up. So if you don't want to see something that is in your scene collection, you either hit both or nothing. So we will hit both because we don't want to see the lights. So the scene has now no lights, but we are using like a world lightning. It's called an HD lightning. So if you go to this scene tab over here, you will see that there is like a name that is garage, because this lightning that is used is a garage lightning. So it's the surface is called background, and here you have the strength of the lightning that is used. It looks like this. Sure. So you see that the the light is yellow. It's a yellow light. So this is like a pre-built, how do you say it, lightning tool for complete scenes. So you can either choose to light up a single object, or you choose like a sun or a big lightning structure that is using it for the whole scene at once. So that's the big difference between using a HD lightning, or you will use several different lamps, lightning sources. So there is no way to change the color of this light, because it's a copy of a real world lightning. That's how it works. So
Nice.
that's the difference between the two. So now you see this is overall kind of yellow like sunlight. So we are going to close this and go back to the Blender scene. And now I will show you that if you put this off, it will be completely dark. And then we are going to use the light sources that we implement ourselves, and we can completely manually change in the way we want it to be. So I will put this off. I will show you that now the scene is dark. It's just the lights of the car that is visible now. Yeah. But we have light. We have lights pre-set up. So left one, right one, and one in the front. So as you can see, is this gives a completely different view of the same scene. And if we render the image, we can see that it's completely different lighting. It's not that yellow anymore. It's not that strong anymore. And now you can see that it comes from different corners of the scene. So it's giving a completely different render and image. So that's just a small preview of what can be done with different lighting sources. And it's really important to you play around with lights, and I will show you what means play around and what are the possibilities. But it's really important that you just create something yourself or use the scene and just move the lights around. Take them to the front, take them a little bit up, put the lightning more strong or maybe more dark. Uh, check what happens if you restrict to make shadows from certain lights, because now you will see that the tires are having shadow here, here, and maybe also in the back. But from every lightning source, you can just say, I don't want shadows from this light. I just want the light. So that's pretty cool. So that's really important for if you use different light sources, it can be uh, bad for your shadows. You can have shadows everywhere. And to avoid that is this is the final render, by the way. To avoid that, you can click on the lightning source. You go to this lightning tab over here, and here you see cast shadows. Just hover on the text, and you will see the English manual about what it does. So, and just play around. Just try to look if we the light over here makes the shadow, and now the shadow is gone, as you can see. So this is what I try to explain to you. That it's, you can manipulate the whole scene with your lightning. Okay. Any questions about the lightning? Can you find it, Hill?
Just not getting that same. I'm getting more of a pink as my render image. Hold on one sec. It's loading through. Just give me a sec. Yeah, my computer's
Take it easy.
crashing.
There is no rush.
I don't know if it's my version, but I definitely all my icons to the right of the camera light are white and not green.
The icons
That's
to the
the thing.
camera, right? Are we talking about these green things here?
Yep. All of those are white for me. I can't
They
tell
are
if
white
they're
for you.
off.
Okay, and the eye on the most right and the camera, they are also white.
Yeah. I'll send a quick screenshot.
That's weird. Mine they're green, but I did the first file.
Let's see.
Maybe I did the second, which I noticed there was two files. I did the most recent one.
Yeah, there should be no difference. Which kind of version of Blender are you using, if I may ask?
Um, how can I see that? To be honest.
In the right bottom of Blender itself, there's like maybe 3.1.0 or 2.1.
3.1.2.
Okay, 3.1.2. That's not bad. That's quite recent. That we are at 3.3 at the moment, I guess. but
Yeah,
that
there's a
should do
new
the job.
update.
Yeah. So white. Phew, I need to. I need to. Hmm, I need to admit that I never seen that before. So
So I guess
is
for what you see right now, is that because you changed on the top right of the view, like you put it on with viewport shading?
yeah. So look, I can show you. It's like here we have this is like the most easy view for your computer. It's just you only see the polygon outsides. Yeah. The
Hmm.
second one is you see all in gray, like the sculpting view. And the third one is like unrealistic lightning, but it is fully colored. And then the last viewport is like complete realistic shading. So um, this is going to be a tough one for your computer if it's not like a heavy graphic card. But this is how it should be rendering.
Yeah, mine's just looking a little bit different.
Yeah, because if it's pink, it can
Yep.
be that some of the shading of the materials are missing. Can you share your screen?
Yep. Yep. So I just sent a screenshot.
Okay. I already know what's going on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This was what this is an issue because the world lightning is not opening in your blender. So can you go to this tab? It's like a whirlpool with a line in it. It's called the scene tab.
Yep, I'm there.
Yeah, and there is something like garage,
Yep.
I guess. Yeah, okay, so you delete that one.
Ah,
I guess now you are seeing colors.
yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah, more over seeing now. So it's
So now you
so.
will see the car in black.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So in concept, the top right is just basically from left to right, basic to advanced on your graphics card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
with the last ball to be the realistic render view. So that will be it should be the same as your render, but of course it's live, so it's not that good as the final render. But
So
the colors,
when you're navigating through this, are you using one shade to the left just for processing time?
uh, if I navigate through my work, I always use this.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just to avoid your graphics card to just burn up itself.
Gotcha.
To I will give you a quick advice. If you go to this second icon, the scene,
Mhm.
here you have the sampling. So what this does is it has two separate sections. One is viewport and the other one is render. So the viewport is basically all the information about what we are seeing here. So to reduce the samples makes it more easy for our graphic card to show in live version. So I can show you the differences. If I would hit the noise on this one, you will see that all the particles are gone, which means that it's really heavy for my graphics card. Because like this, you see the particles, it doesn't need
Mm.
to, how you say it, load all the heavy painting structure. So if I upgrade this to 1000, it means that it's more sharp. It's like really clean, you see. It's
Mhm.
more heavy. And if you don't have a really high quality graphics card, that is going to burn up your GPU. So always watch out. Try to start at maybe 10 or 100 and just see what you can handle. And once you try this a couple of times with the denoise on and off, you will find out what suits you best to being able. Because sometimes when your work is finished, when you have this scene ready like it is now, you want to see more or less how it looks like. Because if you press render, it can take you maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes before you actually can see what you are making. And then you have to start all over again, do the work and do the re-render. So to avoid that, you can use this. But I just want to give the advice that watch out with the settings. And then here in the render settings, we can increase the quality of our final render. That doesn't matter for the viewport. That is just if you go to render F12, render the image, this is going to take place. So if you upgrade this to 5000, it will have less pixelated view. Um, what I know is that when I create pictures, I never go below 200 on this, because if you do go below 200, your scene becomes ugly. It just doesn't look good. And that is one of the, so this is basically one of the most important thing that you can do to increase your render quality. And then there is another thing that we all know, and that is resolution. So try to use the 4K resolution if it's possible, or maybe the full HD, like 1920 against 1080, to have like a clean picture. Because if you make this smaller, the size, if you go to say 500 against 500, your image will be also ugly. So this is the second part of the menu where you will increase your final render quality. Is the format and is the viewport sampling. That is what those are the two most important things. Sorry, the render section here for your final one. So besides that, we can also play around with the bounces of the lightning, but that is, I would say, more advanced. You can go with the general setup, and it will be really good. But this is really important. So I will definitely suggest to play around with these options. And also, if you have like a less professional video card, then you can also make it more easy for your video card by going to performance and then go to the memory and lower the tile size. So what is the tile size? The tile size is basically the size of the block that Blender can render at once. So if you reduce this to 500, it means it will cut up your final render in like 20 blocks, and it will just do block by block. So if you make the block bigger, it will do one block for the whole image. That will eat your GPU. It will fry at the end. If you just go too high, it will burn out your GPU. It's just not good. So always start low and go higher with this styling. It's just it will give you a really better final render in a better time. So that is just something that I want to explain about the renders that you can make based on your equipment. We have also the other render engine that is called Eevee. It's less heavy for your GPU. It's also, how you can explain. It's not naturalistic lighting, non-naturalistic lighting. So cycles is the realistic lighting source that you will be using. But it's also a matter of time, because the rendering in cycles and Eevee is definitely not to compare. Eevee is way quicker. It's like, I don't know how many times quicker, but it's a lot. So I also suggest you play around with it. So back to the scene. My voids have a pose. And that pose is made possible because it has an armature. And we see the armature here in the collection, and yeah, I did. But if you press on the eye, it becomes visible. So the gray shapes here are the bone structures of this. Bone structures at the end are. It looks like they are visible in the final render because the camera is white here, but they don't show up. So you don't need to worry that they will be included in your final render. So it's just here to show why the body is in a certain shape. So if we press one bone, we can see that the whole skeleton became orange. Yeah. So once we have selected the armature, we can go from object mode in the left top corner to pose mode. Pose mode is the section of Blender where you can just adjust the pose manually. So if you want to go and put the arm higher or lower or the face to the right or left, you should always go to pose mode. There's no way you can do this in object mode. So we go to pose mode, we see the bone structure to become blue, and now we can click on certain bones and just move them one by one. So you can see that, hey, I don't see the backbone and stuff like that. So it will be difficult to move your void like this. And that is because if you go to this puppet over here with the bone selected, and you go to the stickman, and then to viewport display, you use in front. And with this button, you see the whole skeleton in front of your avatar. This will give you more easy access to your bone structure and to be able to move the bones. So if you click the neck bone, that is this one. This is the one for the head, and you press the button R on your keyboard, and then Z, you can twist your head. You see, so we can manipulate the void, and this can be done with the head, with the arm, with every bone in the body. And it's pretty simple. You just select the bone like this, press R from rotate, then you press Z, X, or I. It's the axis that you are using to move. So I will use I now. You'll see the green line, and my arm can become really flexible as you see that. You get the point. You can move it. So you can do this bone by bone. That's just to change the pose. If you want to move this whole character at once, that's done in object mode. But if you want to change the pose is just a certain bone or movement. You do that always in pose mode. Once you have your pose ready, so say that I want to have the arm, let's say I want to have it like this. Oh, now it's stuck in my back. So I don't think that's so nice. Let's move it here to the front, like this. So I want to keep it like this. So what I do is I press. I do it like this. I select the whole structure of the armature, or either I press A on the keyboard. All. Select all. And then I need to make sure that Blender knows that I want this position of the armature to keep in this way. So I have all selected. I press Ctrl I on the keyboard. Sorry. I on the keyboard. That means insert keyframe. And then we are going to insert the keyframe for the location, rotation, and scale of the bones. So once we did that, we can see that here became a yellow ball. That is the keyframe for these bones. So let me show you something. If I move this to 10, this is the timeline, by the way, for those who don't know. So this is the timeline of the scene. Every thing, every one is a frame. So there's not a second or a minute. No, it's like one frame. And if you are using a render of 30 frames by second, it means that from here, from 1 to 30, it's 1 second. But it also means that this has 30 PNGs behind each other to show the movement in a really smooth way. We can also go to 60 frames. And then it's here is where the first second ends. So that is a side story. So now I wanted to show you that we can make this arm move. So we press R from rotate, I, and we just put it like this. And then insert rotation scale. So now we are at 10, but if I move back, you see that the arm moves. Yeah. And it's just automated. If we press the, it just does it alone. So this is how you can animate bones. And either you animate it or you will change the position of your bone. You need to make like a keyframe. So once again, we select the bone. We go to the frame that we wish. So say frame 40. We manipulate the skeleton. So we press R, rotate X, and we go back to here. And then when we are in position that we want to keep, and the frame is on the good height, we press I on the keyboard, insert, choose location, rotation, and scale. Keyframe appears, we go back, and we can do the animation.
Oh, thank God. I thought you had to like manually pose like every little bit.
No. Oh, the in-betweens? You mean the
Yes.
in-betweens? Yes, no.
That's my knowledge of Blender animation.
You can do it. Look.
No, thank you. No.
You just need to check your own way of moving. I mean, how can I say it? It's like when you grab something, you do it in a specific way,
Yeah, so you have to
and
hit like the
just
key points for it to
yeah.
manipulate.
So that means like maybe this part of your arm goes quicker than the top part. So that means that you can adjust the keyframes on certain time of moments, and that will give you another like movement. But I just suggest you play around with it. That is the most important thing.
Got it.
You just need to play around with it. And this keyframes thing is for everything. You can use keyframes for materials, for bones, for meshes, for anything in Blender that you want to animate. It's all based on this. If you want to make something bigger, you insert a keyframe for the scale. If you want to rotate something, you do it for rotate. If you want to move something, so you want to make like a block move from left to right, like slide, yeah, you can just put another location and the block just slides from left to right. That's how it's
Nice.
done.
Would you recommend doing all like still frames before you get into animation stuff? It seems like it's a little more complicated.
Sorry?
Like would you like this scene here where they're just sitting on the car, that's an image itself, but are we making an animation what we're doing with
No,
the keyframes?
no, no.
Okay.
You can do an animation with the keyframes, but the what I want to explain to you is that to move in a certain pose, you need this first keyframe.
Will
And
you remind me how to set that keyframe again?
yeah, so you have the bone selected. You move it in the position that you want to keep it. And once you are done, you press the I on your keyboard, the first letter of insert, and then you get these options.
Can you
This
move?
means that you will make a keyframe for the
Okay.
option that you pick.
Okay. Can you
Just
do
play
more than
around with
one
it.
bone at a time?
You can do more than one bone at a time, for sure. Yeah. it just needs to be from the same armature. If you want to move like 10 voids in a row, you need to make sure that you make the timeline for every separate armature, or you will use the same armature 10 times. That's also possible. No, but this was just a sidestep, Hale, to show you how easy it is to animate something. So basically, you will be needing the keyframe to adjust the pose. And if you just put another keyframe somewhere in the timeline, you will see it moving.
Gotcha.
It doesn't mean that you can animate. It's just it's just the fact that you now know how to make keyframes. Because yeah, if you go from a static scene to an animation, there's a shitload of work to be done. But it's just to look. You know what is cool? If, for example, you take the camera, so you select the camera, go back to object mode, select the camera, and the camera can also be animated. So it can be cool if you know how to set up your camera and it just zoom in, for example. So everything stays quiet, nothing moves, just the camera. That's something that I would suggest for you to, if you want to play around with the keyframes, try to do that.
Gotcha.
Try to just move your stuff. And the lightning you can also move, so you can make the light rotate like a lighthouse, for example. Whatever you want, you can do all in Blender with keyframes. So that's a side step on the posing. So I just showed you how to move your void in the manual pose in the uh, pose mode section of Blender. So any questions about the pose mode section or the insert keyframes or anything related to this subject? No? Okay. That's good. Okay, so we have talked about the lightning, we have talked about the poses. So I think that now we came to the part to import maybe your own avatar and get to this pose. So we will start from scratch. Grumpy says he don't have the pose option in his Blender. Okay, so Grumpy, if you are in the object mode and you have nothing selected, then there is no pose mode. So first you have to click on the armature of a avatar, and then you will see a pose mode showing up if the armature is orange. I hope that helps you out, buddy. Okay, so who is able to bring in one of his own voids in this scene?
I brought in a wind Lambo.
Okay, a wine Lambo. That is only possible to manually change the pose because Miximo doesn't eat the quadruped armature.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Hey,
but if
Cap.
Gosh.
you have to
Go
share
ahead.
those, go ahead.
Oh, so everything else in here, like within this, besides the actual vehicle, the textures come in like they wanted to come in a minute ago. But like, yeah, it looks sick in here. That's the only other thing I've been trying to work on now. But that's on this side there. So is that one of those that oh, okay, never mind. I know what's going on. I see. Yeah, that's the
Couple of
color that's not
time.
coming in. That's sick.
Is it showing up now, or if it becomes purple, we have to do something else?
Yeah, no, mine didn't have the colors. I might just need the car itself at some point. But
Okay,
everything else,
so
yeah, is
are
good.
you in VR or in Blender?
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, Blender was good. Blender, everything came in perfect. Got something
Okay.
cooked for that too. Yeah, that's
If
why I
you
was
want
just saying yes
to,
from earlier.
if you want to have this with textures in VR, I think you have to change the format to
Yep.
what we used. I think GLB was the best one. Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
I brought that in.
So yeah, what I wanted to show is that if you bring up your avatar, your void in here, you can go first to Miximo, put the void in Miximo, choose the. So I will show you quick how it's done. Miximo. So in Miximo we can upload our avatar. I have this cutter cat pigeon because that is the last avatar that I used in Miximo. It always saves your last avatar. So what we can do is we can search for any pose that we like. You can be next to the car like a prostitute or a dancer, whatever you wish. Choose one of those poses and maybe just download it. I would say maybe this or this or whatever you like. Just take it, download it with skin, highly important, and come back to Blender. So when we are in Blender, we will open the file, import FBX, go back to downloads, import the FBX. So my pigeon is huge, as you can see. We are going to scale that down. By the way, it's not my pigeon, it's for the customer. So, and we can put it here next to the car. As you can see, it's there now. So that's how easy it is. This is how easy is you go from Miximo. And if you think that, oh, okay, my arm is in the jacket, you go again to this armature, click the arm bones, go to in front, go to pose mode, take the arm, move it, rotate it with the button R on your keyboard, then choose the axis that you want to rotate on. In this case, I want the X-axis. And then I move my arm outside of my leg, and I will do the same here. Rotate X, and my arm will be somewhat to normal position. Because we normally don't put our arms inside to our bodies. Yeah, and now we have this. So I have a void now on top of the car, one in like a cute pose here, and we got this gutter pigeon on the other side. And if we press render, it will be a fantastic picture. So try it and let me know if it works for you. I want to see some results.
What's the basic navigation for the axis of like rotating scale? Like it seems like R's rotate. Is
Yeah.
there, what are
So
those?
you have grab, the G. So that is to move things. Then you have R from rotate. You have S from scale. I from insert. D from duplicate. And I would suggest you go to Google and type in hotkeys for Blender, and they give you a complete overview of all the hotkeys that are available in the Blender setup.
Okay, I'm just bringing in
It
a.
will save you a ton of time and headaches. If
Yeah,
you are,
I'm all about hotkeys, so I'll
yeah,
definitely print that out.
if you don't believe me, you can ask Meow Meow, 'cause I remember Georgie.
Wait, what did I miss? I was over here. I got distracted by Vega
Hotkeys,
Genesis
hotkeys.
trading card that dropped. I'm sorry.
Ah, I'm here to educate you yourself. Just ditch me. Wow.
Okay.
No?
But yeah, I just told Hale that it saves you a ton of time if you use the hotkeys.
Oh yes, he was on me at that at first, but I'm glad because it's a lifesaver. Might as well teach yourself the shortcuts first, you know.
Yeah. Or just paste it on your wall next to your computer.
I know. I have it in my Google Drive. I should print it
Yeah.
out.
So my picture is rendered now. You can see it's like a quality one. And the pigeon is here on the side, like a prostitute kind of thing. You're looking very serious, Hale.
Yeah, I always do.
Yeah, beat up. That's how I end up. I started Blender one day and a lot of free time went into it. But it's great, man.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of necessary at this point. So
Yeah,
I think I might as well take the time. And it just takes kind of a full day of wanting to learn and kind of just open up the help guide. Just
yeah,
taking your
it's just
time with it.
important that you take your time and when you are done or you get angry at it, just stop and go on the next day. Don't make it don't make it a mission, just make it something that can be fun. Don't think that you will animate in 2 days. But if you can create something after a week, how cool is that? I mean,
Okay, so it looks like my render
um, I think my internet is a
through the
few messed
car
up here. Can you repeat the message again?
timing, like it hasn't rendered fully yet, or is it my dimension?
You are missing pieces of a mesh. Is it my internet that is so bad, or is it Joji?
Yeah. What's up?
Is my internet bad or is it Hale's internet?
Oh no, I think it's Hales. It's probably because he's
Ah,
rendering.
yeah, probably it is. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, Pete up. I'm 100% sure if you are familiar with AutoCAD, it's going to help you. Yeah. And Hale is back.
Yeah,
I
I get
think when
right.
you are rendering Hale, we don't see you or hear you.
Oh, being compromised at the moment. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. So the last thing that came through was when I rendered, you was missing something.
Uh, so let me see if I. All right, let me see if I can share my screen because yeah, it's just not cooperating. I'm probably lagging really bad still. Oh wow. Yeah, just I'll come in a few minutes. I'm just really lagging.
No problem.
I got my one of my female voids to spin halfway around with the animation thing you were just teaching me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a hick.
Can you show?
Yeah. I did it wrong,
It doesn't matter.
so it didn't work. Well, where'd they go? Where did my little marks go?
Yeah, you
Okay, I
gotta
can't
select
show
just the
because
phone that he was using.
I hit Control Z too many times. But
Okay,
basically,
so
I was
you
just
want.
having her spin in a circle.
Okay. So what you can do is just go to the object mode again. Yeah, and now
But her weight painting is fucked.
press I and then do rotation. Yeah. Then on the lower part, you move the keyframe to, I believe it's like something like, yeah, like you see, you're still
Oh,
moving. So it still has the keyframes. I don't know what you keyframed. So you didn't keyframe the whole mesh, but probably just one bone, or I have no idea what, but it's still there.
wee!
Yeah, cool. Really good.
I do feel better about animation now that I know how it works.
Yeah. Uh, it's all about this keyframe. And you know what is cool, Georgie? For example, you can start with a red dress, and on the end of your animation, it's a black one. You can keyframe the materials.
Keyframe the materials.
Yeah, you can.
Like have it happen. Like if you wanted to have this like different color, different things like that. Yep.
Yep,
Like frame to frame.
exactly, Dodge. So that's the cool part. So everything that has like a ball behind it in the menu, so the location, the rotation, the scale, has like a white dot on the right side. If you hover on top of the white ball, it says animate property. So if you click that, it makes a keyframe. And this can be done with a lot of things. So as you can see here, I have the car selected. And if I go to the service material, everything in the material options is possible to keyframe. The base colors, the metallic part, whatever. So I can make this car change colors, like go from white to black in like 2 seconds. It's dope. So let's do that. Yeah. Let's go with the flakes. So we take the flakes. Start at the gray one. And then here at 30, we'll make the flakes become gold. So as you can see, the card changes color on the time. See? Boom. So now we have an animated arm and an animated car paint color. If you want to erase, you go to the keyframe. Steady. And then you can erase the keyframe. Maybe shape. So yeah, show the animation, guys. Be creative.
He's just running my shit.
I got you. I have to admit that I had days in this Blender learning curve that I wanted to burn down the whole computer. Many days.
Makes sense.
Oh, it took me a long time to be even comfortable in Blender. There was like, I don't know, a 6-week period where I would just barely pick it up and then be like, fuck you, fuck this, I'm not.
Yes.
This is never going to happen. We're through.
Well, but look,
Sounds like a
look how
workout.
far you are.
I know. I mean, I guess. I still need a lot of practice.
Yeah, it is a job, after all. Some people actually make money with it. But it's fun. It's really fun. Once you get a hand of it, it's really funny. So yeah, to go back to the scene and to make a cool picture is really easy. As you can see, it's just place your avatar somewhere near this vehicle and you can change the angle of the camera or whatever. We could even put them inside to the car. Like
Make a new Kia commercial?
yeah,
But
like
for
a new Kia
Mercedes
commercial.
with voids.
Don't make me do this.
I still have desk. I'm not shit talking.
I mean, realistically, all it would take is, I wonder if we could get Vega and see if somebody's got an actual G-Wagon or Mercedes that they could just get a little couple quick shots of riding in the real world.
Yeah,
Kind of how he does his videos and then film something in there and just pop the void in. I mean, it's no I mean,
It's
that's
not
really all it
real.
would take. Yeah, the hardest part is just getting the real world footage. That's it, setting up the angles and having it that. Everything else is just overlaid.
I love it.
Yeah, there will be times that will be more easy than that, I think. So,
Don't get me wrong. I mean, Kia commercial, obviously that took some production work, but you could get something that's a good 85 to 90% the quality of that, but doing like this shit that people are doing now with this stuff easily.
100%, man. I didn't look to that commercial in depth, but I think that's what they did, no? Used a shitload of real world footage.
Yep.
Still, it's like
Probably did mocap or something. Even with the other stuff, the animate to get them in there, just interacting with the actual, stuff like that. But still, even then, it's like a couple weeks or something. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I now make a render from a different angle of the scene to show you that it's very easy. Move the camera around and
You got a cigarette in his hand, bro? What they been doing?
no, stinky
40
fingers.
ETH is 40 ETH.
Yeah, look at those rims, bro.
I know they came in good. I ended up downloading a different G Wagon, which is pretty similar. I brought in random colors on the other one just to see what it would do, and it turned it like Mardi Gras Lakers colors, like it was green, yellow, and purple, and then the stuff there. But like, dude, the textures on that void, like the custom on the leather and the shirt, that shit pops. Yeah, like even in here, like yeah, from both
Uh,
sides, like that transferred over. It was literally just the cart, like the actual car itself. The inside stuff was in, but the paint on the outside didn't. But yeah, dude, whatever you put on that void with the gold, that the fine etches and all that stuff, yeah, that shows in here. That yeah,
to
the
really
real up close, yeah.
admit this is the shader from a chili.
The either way, like it, yeah, it pops in here. See, once you hit that normal scale up, yeah, it looks like that shit. I was like, damn, I need to get me one of them
I love this
outfits.
car. And to show how easy it is to change the car, I have Blender Kit. So Blender Kit allows you to use stuff from them.
Nice. Oh wait, is that was one of those colors? Is that what one of the paints is?
Yeah,
That may have been. That's probably why it's not okay. Because Blender, yeah, I can see it'll come in stuff like that, and like I
yeah,
could see the inside.
I
But yeah, that's probably
I
why
know
that Blender
that
kit
is
thing. Yeah, all
completely
right, that
true.
makes sense.
Yeah, I forgot. But yes, that is the thing. This Blender Kit.
That's the only shit that don't cross over, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes
man.
some of them do, but some won't. Like it's hit or miss with what they do when they come in.
I know why. Look, because if we go to the shading tab and we go to the nodes, look at this nodes. It's like
Oh,
it's like completely
yeah,
different than
yeah,
the things that we use.
yep.
I don't understand why they do it like this, because it can also be done with this what it is this the principled BSDF shader, because you can make it like metallic. But yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know. This seems to be more high and
Yep.
realistic kind of
Yeah,
materials.
I can't get my render to come out correct.
So can you show the issue here, and we can maybe solve it for you?
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Okay. So let's see.
So I definitely changed the camera, which
Okay, can you
that,
press 0 on the numpad?
0.
Yeah, on that. Yeah. So this is your view. If you press 0,
Dang, I don't have a numpad, so it
you
might
don't
be
have a
enough.
numpad. I don't know if it works on the. No, I have no idea. Oh, how
Yeah.
do you do that? Because look, if I press 0, it looks through my camera. See, it just makes like this block and shows the camera angle. But I would have to be honest and say that I don't understand how to do that without the 0 button.
Okay, well, I guess I'll stop there as a good starting point. I need to head off to work, but start with
Okay.
getting a numpad.
I think that somewhere in the controls you can change that numpad 0 to any other keyboard button that you have.
Gotcha. Yeah, whenever I do render, let me see if it doesn't rug me. It's only doing like a partial image, and then that's before I even moved it, kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's showing for you guys.
I just see the normal Blender screen. I think you shared the the program and not your screen. Okay, so yeah. So what is the issue?
It's just cutting off. I'm not sure.
Oh no, it's not ready. This is the one of the samples. So on the left top corner, you see that it's still moving on. Oh, sorry, the left top, yeah. So there is like this line with letters, and
Yep.
there you need to wait. So this picture is rendered in 4 pieces, 4 blocks. This is one of the blocks.
Hmm.
Yeah, and based on your system, it will take a few time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I'll
the
just wait
position
to
of
get a better
position.
order on it.
Ah, yeah. But the position of your avatars is based on the keyframe that you. Sorry, the position of your avatar is because of the timeline.
Gotcha.
Position of the timeline. Yeah. So I guess that's like a falling animation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the live animation kind of thing.
Uh, if you take the down part, it's on 0. If you move it to 10, does the void moves also? Yeah, you see, that's it. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you didn't you put it in a position that you want, but you didn't make the keyframe. That is the reason why
Okay.
this happened.
Yeah. I failed the quiz.
That's okay.
All right. All right. I'll set that. I at least saved it.
Yeah, you already saved it. So next time when you open it, select the mesh of the void and press I on your keyboard and set the location.
Gotcha.
Then you're good.
Gotcha.
Have a good day at work,
Oh.
Hill.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
All right. Take it easy,
Later,
guys.
bro.
Later.
Yep, yep.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Captain Hook, for coming in at Clutch and teaching a class on Blender basics. This has helped me.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. You're welcome. Always good to share some knowledge.
Appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
Yeah, you're welcome too. Let's fucking grow.
Yes.
Let's fucking go.